And we are live here on YouTube for the Rackley Roofing 200 here at the Nashville Super Speedway. Welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. We will be getting right into this one. There we go. Give me a second. I'm still trying to get the TV broadcast up. Alright, so welcome on in though. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. If you guys are having a great day, feel free to let me know by hitting the like button and subscribing if you guys are new. Again, we're getting right into this one here shortly. Alright, so there we go. Again, truck race is getting ready to go. We got a 150 laps, 200 miles here of racing. And please tell me we have not already gone green. Again, the website would tell me that we haven't gone green, but we very well could be close as they are. As there we go. We got the TV broadcast up. We are ready to go, and they are still sitting on pit road, so we're good. All right, so welcome on in though. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. So we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. They should do a better job of telling us when the truck races are on. Yeah, I actually thought it was at 7 o'clock, so I was actually somewhat relieved when I checked my phone and saw 8 p.m. Start time. So yeah, if you guys would like, I could try scheduling the streams further in advance. I've just noticed that when I do try scheduling streams further in advance, tends to get less. It seems to that YouTube tends to promote them less. So if you guys would like to see those, feel free to let me know. But yeah, that's why I don't schedule my streams a ton in advance. But hey, here we go. Hey Ricky, how's it going? All right, so we got everybody hopping on in here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. I am going to go ahead and mute some chat so I don't have to see them. All right, so again, we are getting ready for this one. Hey, Kenneth, how's it going? Doing good tonight. And Tila took the week off to go to the races. All right, well, hey, cool. Always nice to see people going to the races. Again, I will be at the only two races I'm going to be at this year are going to for NASCAR is going to be the Bristol and the Bristol weekend for 3 of the 4 races, and then I will be at the whatchamacallit, and I'll be at New Hampshire the following week. So there we go. All right, nice. Which baseball game? Because I'm assuming there's more than one MLB game going on. Saw Red Sox were going on though. That's pretty cool. All right, there we go. Yep. All right, again, Kyle Busch. That was actually really cool this week. We had Kyle Busch up here in the state, and we actually got a autograph from him live on stream. Yeah, we got him to autograph. Of course, I don't have the card with me. Yeah, it's in the other room, but yeah, we actually got Kyle Busch and his Cup Series spotter Derek Nealon to sign a Kyle Busch card. So there we go. Any NASCAR drivers in it tonight? Yes, as we mentioned, Kyle Busch will be driving the 07 truck. That is the big name in tonight's race. I would have to look at the leaderboard to see if there were any others. I think maybe Ross Chastain, but I couldn't remember off the top of my head. Let's see. So again, Kyle Busch starting in the 12th position. All right, no other Cup Series drivers are in the field, so it's just Kyle Busch for Cup Series talent. But the Truck Series is a very deep field, so definitely looking forward to it. Phillies versus Brewers. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say there's almost certainly tons of them. And cool to see Michael McDowell giving the pre-race prayer. So there we go. Again, we are in the invocation. So yeah, there we go. All right, go Watermelon again. Yeah, I thought Ross might have been in it, but apparently he is not racing tonight. So Bailey Curry is in the 44, which I believe is the all-star car that Ross drives on a part-time basis. But yeah, so. No other Cup drivers tonight. I wish we could have gotten a chance to see Ross Chastain tonight, but yeah, it looks like it's going to be Kyle Busch versus the world here if you're looking at Cup drivers. I am kind of surprised that Coreyheim is still not slated to be a Cup Series driver because it sounds like reports came out today that supposedly 2311 has their 2024 rosters all locked up, 2026 rosters all locked up. Yeah, and it's going to be the same 3 drivers as this year, which would put Coreyheim without a Cup Series ride for another year, which again, when he got the opportunity to race the 4th car for 2311, he actually outran Riley Herbst. And again, he's looked good in almost every opportunity he's gotten. I think Coreyheim absolutely should be in a Cup car next year, but definitely not. So, yeah, there we go. Yeah, I know Heim was in the Cup Series for a bit, but yeah, there we go. Pulling for Tony Breitinger and Tanner Gray, also Caden Honeycutt, Grant Infinger. Okay, yep, those are some cool names. All right, hey, thanks for the sub there, David. Heim might be the replacement if Hamlin retires. I just don't know if we see Hamlin retire this year. I mean, it's definitely not something I would say that's out of the question, but it's one of those things where he feels like such a natural fit to that third 2311 car if it wasn't for the fact that they put a young driver in it just this year. I mean, obviously, I don't think anyone thinks that Riley Herbst is necessarily on the same level as Coreyheim, but also Riley Herbst brings a lot of funding. I believe Heim will be in the JGR Xfinity Series next year, maybe in the 20 car. Okay. Yeah, there's a couple of drivers who could, but there's also a couple of drivers. And so there's also a lot of drivers who could go another 10 years, which is the hard part to try and figure out exactly where everybody's at. Because, like, Denny Hamlin, we could see him nearing retirement. We could see him go on a Mark Martin type run here down the stretch. So, but yeah, let's see. I'm trying to remember who's even in the Joe Gibbs Racing Xfinity program currently. So the 20 with Brandon Jones. Again, the problem there is that it's a funding thing because Brandon Jones is in that car because he brings funding. Yeah, William Sawalich even got the opportunity to leapfrog over him. And then you've got Taylor Gray, who's actually performed well in the 54. So I'm not sure there's really a spot in the Xfinity Series unless Heim can come up with the funding to boot Brandon Jones out of the 20 car, but even that I don't think is a guarantee. Now, I mean, maybe they solidify the 19 car into a full-time effort for Coreyheim, which would mean a 4th full-time entry with a 4th driver, but there we go. All right, nice. Everybody's got to start somewhere. Just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. But yeah, so looking at the spots in the I think it's more likely he maybe tries to get one of the either the 24 or 26 cars maybe, but again, it always seems to come back to the good old dollar signs at the end of the day. So there we go. Caden Honeycutt, 3 straight top 10 finishes, highlighted by a 3rd place at Charlotte with 22 laps led. All right, nice. I bet you they're waiting until Michael McDowell retires and he takes his spot. I mean, that would be a jump from assuming we're talking about the same guy, that would mean that Heim is waiting for McDowell to retire and then taking McDowell's spot and going from Toyota to Chevy. I mean, that seems like a weird thing to be planning in advance. I could see Michael McDowell being the precursor for someone like a Brendan Queen or some other ARCA or Truck Series Chevy driver. But they have different drivers in the 20 throughout the year. It will be the 20 next year. The 20 will be no, Brandon Jones is in the 20 full time this year, if I'm not mistaken. Hasn't he been in there Yeah, 13 starts for Brandon Jones in the number 20 car. And say the 19 has had a rotation of drivers. Do you need something? But yeah, Toyota's not letting this guy go again. That's what. Yeah, I don't. What are you doing, Gizmo? Yeah, again, Toyota. I don't think Toyota's gonna let him go. But the problem is again, he's and always seems to come back to the question of funding, because the reason why he didn't get the cup opportunity was because Riley Herbst brought funding. What are you trying to do, Gizmo? You trying to get down? But yeah, so again, that's just a weird spot. But I mean, I could see McDowell retiring in a couple of years, but the people who think that McDowell could retire this year, I mean, he's having some of his best career seasons. He's been having some of his best seasons of his career, and he's, I think, what, 37, 38? So, I mean, yeah, he's on the older end, but he still has another good 3 to 5 years, I think, of relative competitiveness. And again, if he's only getting better and better as time has gone on, I don't see any reason why McDowell couldn't go another 5 years. There we go. Engine. We thought you might rated his channel. As I say, we'll see. Again, the hard part is that in a normal race without a elongated red flag or planned caution, it's hard to really do raids in the middle of a NASCAR races, because the caution flags aren't extremely long. And say if we got a red flag for rain or something, we could definitely do some raids. But again, it's just hard to do, find the opportunity to do those. Also depends on the Michael Jordan team. Right, there we go. Purposely held him in trucks this year. And I say, everything I've been hearing about why Heim didn't move up was because Heim didn't have the funding and Riley Herbst did. And Herbst's family was quintessential to getting the locking down the funding for the third charter. So there we go. Oh, he's doing Sunday's race is what you were talking about. Okay, again, if we get an elongated caution or during the Cup Series broadcast. But again, it's hard to plan around something when we don't know what's going to happen. So it's definitely possible, but yeah, not promising much. So there we go. But yeah, I mean, certainly I'm all for Heim taking his time, but it also definitely feels like the kind of thing where the question is, how long will Heim wait before he starts talking with other manufacturers? Because you don't want to have a situation where, I mean, similar to the whole Christopher Bell situation when they had to move Christopher Bell up and ended up having to kick out Eric Jones. Yeah. And I say, because otherwise Christopher Bell was going to be going to Stuart Haas. Tony Stewart was going to try and court Christopher Bell if Bell didn't get an opportunity from Toyota here. Again, yeah, we're just chilling out though. Looking forward to the race. Hopefully you guys are too. But yeah, I don't know. Even right now, as of right now, I don't know what my schedule is for Sunday. I am hoping that I'll be able to do the IndyCar race along with the Cup Series race. But yeah, in terms of Cup Series race, I don't know if I'm doing how much pre-race I'm doing. Because during pre-race, I could definitely do some raids, but that's if I end up doing any significant amount of pre-race. There's Kyle Busch smashing the guitar in victory lane after winning the Xfinity race at Nashville a while back. Again, we are getting ready. Cars are rolling out onto the track as they are going to be going racing here shortly. there we go. Currently sitting at 3,024 subscribers. Again, thank you guys for every single one of you guys that has helped us hit our goal of hitting the big 3,000 by the end of the month of May. And yeah, that next goal is going to be the 4,000. Not sure how quickly it'll be. You at the Speedway? No, I am not at the Speedway, but I'm going to be covering it radio style. So if you either don't have access to FS1 or are looking for an alternate commentary where you can get more opinion, where I will be more opinionated than the Fox booth, maybe I'll even be more entertaining. But no, I'm not at the Speedway, unfortunately. I wish I was. But no, I am about, 23 hours away? I am legitimately probably about 20 plus hours away, if I'm not mistaken, from Nashville Super Speedway. Alright, there we go. We got cars rolling on the track. Yep. Just curious, yeah. Say if I'm ever at the track, I will make sure to include the words "from the stands" in the thumbnails. The only problem with last week's one is that I set it up on my computer, forgetting that I can't set up a stream on my computer and then start it from my phone. But yeah, if I'm ever at the track, the thumbnail should say "from the stands" at the bottom of it. So there we go. We love racing. Yes, we do, Ricky. Thank you for the $5 super chat. And here we go. Caden Honeycutt and Corey Heim on the front row. Let's go. Grant Enfinger, Lane Riggs in row 2. Row 3, we got Bailey Curry and Corey Day. Corey Day, the Hendrick Motorsports development driver there. Not sure where he'll end up finding his home because, I say the more and more time that goes on, that Hendrick Motorsports Cup Series program starts to become very, very solidified for the foreseeable future. Hemrick and Ankrum, the McAnally Hilgeman Racing teammates, will be in row 4. So there we go. All right, again, Kyle Busch will roll off from the 12th position as we are going to be getting ready for this one. Some other notable starters. We got Chandler Smith starting all the way back in row number 12. And then we got Tony Breitinger rolling off of row number 15. I know we had somebody who mentioned Tony Breitinger as a driver that they were going to be cheering on. So she will be rolling off from row 15. So there we go. That is the, as we are getting ready for this one, again, welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Josh Sims, they got Josh Sims doing a piece here from the Chandler Smith. Ooh, wow, that is actually, outside of the bottom half of the white nose, that's a really clean race car. I think the white is something that could grow on me. It's just something that, at least at first glance, I think it looks a little odd considering the dark green and black all over the rest of that car. But that car looks very clean. And there we go. They got the the breast cancer awareness stickers there on the Chandler Smith truck as we're going to be getting ready. So 45 laps in stage 1, I believe 45 laps in stage 2. That'll be 90 laps out of the 150 that we will be running. So, nope, it's 50 laps in stage 2, and then it will be the final 55 in stage 3. So. There we go. Again, we are, lights are off in the pace car. We're ready to go racing, so we'll see the pace car pull off to the inside this time by, leaving the field in the hands of the 45 of Caden Honeycutt and the 11, who is sitting on the pole of Corey Heim. So again, Corey Heim is the control car here. I believe the rule is still that you cannot beat the leader to the line. If you're Caden Honeycutt, you got to be careful about that. You do not want to get too good of a jump on the restart that you potentially put yourself behind the 8 ball just because you had a good restart here. So here we go. Pace car down to the inside. Field in the hands of the 11. as they roll off of turn number 4 towards the start-finish line, and it will be green, green, green. Green flag is out, and we are racing here at Nashville. Coreyheim does lead it at the line. For some reason, I just had a feeling that there was a chance that potentially the 45 could have pulled that one off. And no! Lane Riggs gets really loose on the bottom, washes up into the 45. He's on the outside of 4 wide now, and that could have been a whole lot worse. Lane Riggs with an amazing save there. And somehow the 45 of Caden Honeycutt manages to avoid disaster. The 13 of Jake Garcia also getting loose in the middle. Manages to hang on to that truck, and he is now middle of 3 wide. As a lot of movement here in the early parts of the race. Again, we got Grant Infinger. We got the 18 of... we got the 18 both moving forward here as we're making our way through. Kyle Busch also looking to try and gain a couple spots here in the early going. But yeah, so far though, these cars have looked very shaky, and it's not a matter of when, it's a matter of if, or it's not a matter if, it'll be a matter of when the first caution comes out. And yellow flag flies. Fluid in turn 1. Okay, fluid in turn 1. So this will be chalked up as a debris/fluid caution. So they will need to go out and drive the track or whatever. And the fact that they're saying fluid tells me that they believe potentially the 34 started to leak something, because I'm not seeing a leak, but if the 34 is in fact leaking, that would not be good. But so under our first caution flag, as we work lap number 2 on the day. And so this caution will bunch them right back together, give Corey Day a shot to try and pass Corey on. So we got a full Corey front row. Caden Honeycutt slides back to the 3rd position. And it'll give guys like Rajah Cruz and Lane Riggs another chance. Rajah making massive work on that first one, going on the first lap, going from 10th, I believe it was, all the way to 4th. Lane Riggs having a really bad opening lap as he slid from 3rd place, challenging for 2nd, all the way back to the 5th position. So a lot of moving up and down the field so far early in the going, but so far so good for the leader of the race, Corey Heim. He's managed to lead the first lap and a half uncontested before the caution flag flew. So all right, so there we go. Nice, really quick lap. So we didn't even really get up to full speed, and now we're right back under caution flag. So a little bit of an abbreviated start, but there we go. Again, we are chilling out here. Let's see. Are there any drivers from this race that are truck regulars actually making cup starts this year? I don't think there's any Truck Series drivers doing double duty in Cup this week. I think I've looked at this list, and I don't think there was any real notable names at all. So yeah, oh wait, we got Corey Heim making double duty this weekend. Okay. I was not aware that Corey Heim was racing this one as part of his double duty. He is racing. Chad Fincham and J.J. Yaley are the 3 open cars that will be competing for their starting spots, although with only 3 open cars, nobody will get bumped out of the race. So, again, Corey Heim in car number 67. That is where we that's where he will take over for the Cup Series side of things. After he runs the number 11 truck, hopefully to victory lane. Well, hopefully for him. Alright, so again, we are chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. What's the cat's name? My cat's name is Gizmo. So there we go. Yeah. He's named that because he's got the little ear fluff, just like Gizmo from the movie Gremlins. So that's where he got his name from. So yep. Old Gizmo. But yeah, he is a very frequent appearance on the channel. So yep, that's the kitty cat's name. Alright, so again, we're at commercial break. I will say, so the fact that we're getting a yellow flag nice and early hopefully means we can get through these commercial breaks. And Fox doesn't have to throw commercial breaks in the final 5 laps of the race like they did at Talladega earlier this year. Because that would be bad if there's still a commercial break with like 5 laps to go in some of these other Truck Series races. Because that was a Cup race where they were under caution, or where they were under commercial break. Yeah, in the green flag running with 5 to go. Alright, so there we go. I am going to need to grab some water, so I'm going to grab some water, and I will be right back, guys. Gizmo, take over. You're spinning just a little bit. Alright, there we go. Gizmo, did you keep the people entertained? Looks like it, because we still have a bunch of people here. We got a driver in the pits. Yeah, who is that? Is that Stuart Friesen? I think I saw him say. Chilling out here, so there we go. I did not get a chance to see which truck that is. Oh no, that's Frankie Muniz. No, Malcolm in the middle is now. Looks like he was the one that was potentially leaking some oil. So again, they've got the trucks out on track trying to dry this oil spill, and again, right now we are under a somewhat elongated caution here early on in this one as they are pacing here 6 laps in to the 45 lap first stage. Alright, so again, we are chilling. So again, this is the Nashville Super Speedway track that recently came back from relative obscurity amidst all the clamoring for NASCAR to go back to the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. This 1.3 mile oval in Nashville was revitalized, so. And especially with the way the new Cup car actually races on the intermediates, I think it's actually a really good thing that we have this track here. And speaking of tracks, we'll actually talk about this a little bit more in a video later this week, hopefully. What's it called? The Speedway, Rockingham Speedway is officially for sale, and one of the people who's expressed interest in buying it is Greg Biffle, former Cup Series driver. And I would be okay with that. The biggest thing I want to see is I just want to make sure that there's a racing person running it, because the people that are running it right now, while obviously they've done a great thing for the sport in being able to actually bring racing back to the Rock, they've kind of grown it as far as they realistically probably could, and now are looking for a more NASCAR-centric person to potentially pass it along. So there we go. Alright, so again, we are chilling. There we go. We also we did a live stream over on my gaming channel the other day where we were opening the latest latest Pokemon card set. So there we go. I go to the Southern 500 in Darlington each year. Nice. Love to get to go to a race at Darlington one of these days. I'm hoping to at some point be able to get to almost every track on the schedule at least once, but so far the only racetracks I've been to a race at that track is New Hampshire, Pocono, Bristol, and Charlotte. I think are the only ones that I've actually been to a race at their track. And then a handful of local tracks. So, but yeah, I would love to add Darlington to that list. Obviously, I think the Daytona 500, that's got to be on the, that's definitely a bucket list type race to go to one of these days. Oh, and we got a putty tat going down, and alright, Gizmo's going to go explore something else. So there we go. Alright, so again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Let's see. Alright, so there we go. Coming back from commercial break, we are getting ready for this one. So here we go. Another replay. There's the 33 truck spewing fluid. Okay, I didn't think the 34 was the one. Yeah, the 34 lane rigs. I didn't see that car spewing any fluid, but yeah, there is definitely fluid down the front straightaway from the 33 of Munez. So, honestly, kind of reminds me a little bit of the ARCA race at Charlotte a couple years ago when I was there. When trying to remember his name for the life of me, but one of the ARCA drivers laid down a major oil slick. Yeah, from the middle of turn 4 all the way down past pit road entrance, so they had to keep pit road closed for an extended period of time while they dried up the oil. All right, here we go. Doubling up, getting ready to go racing. So it's Heim and Day on the front row, Honeycutt and Carruth row 2, Hemrick and Riggs row 3. Row 4 we will find Ankrum and Infinger. Curry and Garcia will round out row number 5. Row 6, we have Kyle Busch and Ben Rhodes. Mills and Ruggiero, row 7. Row 8, we find Sawalich and Perez. Crafton and Fenhaus coming in row 9. And then row 10 is where we will find Tanner Gray and Connor Mozak as they get ready to go. So yeah, they can make it to the end of each stage on fuel, so there will be no green flag stops tonight. But, as I say, the lights are off on the pace car. We are ready to go back racing. Hopefully we can get more than a lap in this time. But here we go again. Lights are off on the pace car. Everybody warming their tires, trying to get ready for this insane little how to run here. Alright, so here we go. Is this one on Prime? No, this one is on regular FS1. And whoa! The 11 of Corey Heim, while warming his tires, goes right up into the door of Corey Day. Green flags out. We are back to racing. But yeah, no, it's only the Cup Series that will have races exclusively on Prime this year. The Truck Series is entirely on FS1, and the Xfinity Series will be entirely on the CW network for their entire seasons. Here we go. Corey Heim down to the bottom, trying to block Carruth. Not able to get there. Corey Day to the lead. Raja Carruth the second. The 2 Hendrick Motorsports or HendrickCars.com Chevys able to tag team and get by the 11. The 71 of Raja Carruth ends up dropping back just a little bit, but the 7 of Corey Day still in command. All right, so there we go. Again, right now, 34 laps to go here in this stage. Again, working our way through these laps fairly quickly here. And, yeah, now Corey Day slipping right back, and now it's Corey... oh, we got a black flag! Restart violation? What? What's the black flag for? Again, right now, Corey Heim and Leighton Riggs are 1 and 2 here. I'm not sure what the black flag is being thrown for. 33 laps to go. Here we go. In stage 1. Alright, again, we are just chilling out here. And, oh no! Wait, Kyle Busch coming down pit road. Uh-oh. Did Kyle Busch jump out of line too early on these restart? Was he the black flag? But here comes Kyle Busch down pit road, and it looks like it will be a pass-through penalty. So yeah, Kyle Busch with a pass-through penalty there. He will try and get back up to speed here, but it is not going to be easy now that he's had to give up virtually every piece of track position. So there we go. Alright, so here we go again. 31 laps to go here. Working our way through this one. Alright, so again, we got Hyman Riggs out in front of the field to the bottom of the racetrack. We got the 98 looking to the inside on Luke Fedhaas here, trying to make something happen. Alright, so again, we are just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. So Chandler Smith up 5 spots since the restart. Lane Riggs up 4. Connor Bozak up 4. We got quite a few people on the move. Alright, so there we go. Again, Kyle Busch was just penalized with a restart violation. I have not seen a replay as to what he actually did. But, yeah, so now he's going to have to try and... So we got 29 laps to go. Let's see. I definitely wish I'd showered before this, but we'll shower afterwards and we'll be fine. 28 laps to go. Again, Corey Heim out in front of the field trying to control this one. We got Dawson Sutton trying to get underneath the 98 of Majeski, but ultimately just does not work. Alright, so again, we are chilling. Here we go. Let's see. So again, right now they're focusing in on this battle between Dawson Sutton and the 98 for whatever position that is. Alright, so there we go. Yeah, we got a decent green flag run going here now that we've gotten through that first caution flag. Here we go, Lane Riggs to the bottom of the racetrack. Looking to try and make my prediction here is I think Corey Heim will get the win here to get himself hyped up for the NASCAR Cup Series race tomorrow on Sunday. But yeah, as of right now, though, it's hard to really guess here. Lane Riggs does pull up in front of Corey Heim and will take command of this one. Alright, so there we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Lane Riggs, best finish in the truck so far this year. 2nd place. He's gotten 5 top 10 so far. Alright, so there we go again. 25 laps to go here. We got Corey Day battling it out with the 45 of Honeycutt here. Getting ready to try and take this spot. Corey Day in 4th here. Honeycutt trying to take 4th. chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Here comes the 71 of Rajah Caruth to the 71 of Rajah Caruth just ahead of the 45 of Honeycutt. We got the Corey Day machine right behind Caden Honeycutt. So it is really a hindered car sandwich there for Honeycutt. Stuck between Caruth and Day. Alright, so we got 23 laps to go. We're working our way through this one fairly well, but man, it is definitely a adjustment trying to get back to used to streaming these races late. It looks like they're setting this one up for a commercial break. It is going to be a side-by-side commercial break. So there we go. Again, Riggs, Heim, Caruth, Honeycutt, the top four. kylebusch still hanging on to a lead lap spot despite his pit penalty. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so here we go again. We are working our way through this one. So we got the, is that Matt Crafton versus Dawson Sutton now? Yeah, that is Dawson Sutton passing Matt Crafton. Alright, 20 laps to go in the stage. 20 more times around here for stage one. Again, so far, seems to be a fairly cut and dry stage. Alright, there we go. We are chilling here. I am going to, I'm going to run and use the bathroom and we'll be right back. But yeah, we got 19 laps to go here. Hey Chase, how's it going? Sorry about that. We missed a couple laps of racing because I was in the bathroom, but we are back. 13 laps to go. We got Riggs out in front of the field. Heim, Caruth, Honeycutt, and Day. Hemrick's moved his way all the way up to 6th. Not bad for Daniel Hemrick. Making some good moves. Of course, average running position and finishing well was never really the problem. It's just not being able to close out wins, which obviously he was able to win earlier this year, so he's locked into the playoffs, but like I say, where he goes from there is a total mystery here. And they're continuing to focus in on Dawson Sutton, battling it out with Luke Fenhouse for 20th. Why are we so focused in on Luke Fenhouse versus the 26? Like, is there no other battles on track? Oh, yeah. So, again, right now, Heim's sitting about 1 second off the back bumper of Riggs. And then he's got about a 2-second buffer between himself and Caruth. So, so that front 3 is actually stabilized pretty well here. Then we got, of course, we got the Dawson Sutton versus Luke Fenhouse, and they're starting to get pretty aggressive here, trying to hold each other off. Has Kyle Busch lost the lead lap? That's going to be the big thing to keep an eye on. Let's see. So I don't believe Kyle Busch. Yeah, no, Kyle Busch has not lost the lead lap yet. So, we are waiting to see if he is going to. But as of right now, he's hanging on very remarkably here. And here's the replay as to what Kyle Busch did. Yeah, Kyle Busch moved to the outside lane before the start-finish line, and that cost him the ability to start with the rest of the race leaders, and in fact had to make that pass-through pit road penalty, which cost him a lot of spots and a lot of time. Right now, Busch, the last car on the lead lap, just trying to hang there. As here we go, the 18, making some big moves up the inside. Tyler Ankrum making big moves there, going by the 63 and the 88. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so 8 laps to go here. They're showing off some more close calls here between the 44 and the lap car of the 63 there. So again, it is a pretty good one we got going on here. But yeah, again, we're just chilling out. We'll get total waste of time. Alright, well. I'll get out back tomorrow. Alright, go to bed. I'm fine. Alright, so yeah, we got 7 laps to go here. This is not Busch's week. Yeah, nope, definitely not. We'll have to wait and see if he can bounce back, because all he has to do is stay on the lead lap through these final 6 laps, and he'll be right back in the mix here. But yeah, Coreyheim trying to hang on to this spot. Oh, that's a lap car, never mind. So, yeah, he's actually hanging, again, close enough to Riggs that if Riggs were to make a mistake, we would have a bit of an issue, but right now, Riggs just not making a mistake. I'm only able to stick close enough for potentially catch the mistake. There we go. Alright, so again, we are chilling out here. Thank you for the compliment. It's definitely not true, but I will gladly accept it. So here we go. We got 5 laps to go here. And there it is. Lane Riggs looking up the inside on Kyle Busch. If I was in last place, I would do a dirty thing. I would hit the first place car to make it interesting for the fans. And that there is why you are not driving a NASCAR Truck Series truck. Because, yeah, here we go. Kyle Busch, though, he does have the 34 breathing down his neck. 4 laps to go. He's got to hold him off. The 88 into the back of the 91, just ahead of them, trying to fight for these lead lap spots. Again, Kyle Busch right on the outside of Lane Riggs as we're watching the battle in front of him unfold. Looks like the 88 of Matt Crafton might end up being a pick here and allowing the 34 to get by the 07, but now Crafton all the way up the track, potentially going to allow for 3 wide racing. We'll have to wait and see. Off the corner, not able to get 3 wide, but Kyle Busch with enough of an edge here. And say Kyle Busch with enough of an edge to get back clear of Lane Riggs, gets out in front, and yeah, Kyle Busch now looking to the inside on Matt Crafton, trying to maybe make that pass. All right, so there we go. Again, 2 laps to go here. Lane Riggs, he's got 2 chances here. He's got the lap car of Kyle Busch. Now he's down the inside. Kyle Busch currently 1 lap down as Lane Riggs starts to try and pass him. Not able to complete the pass yet. Not yet. Off the corner. Ooh, not able to get up there clear. And Kyle Busch with a little bit of a run off the corner. He actually manages to get back ahead before the line. And here we go. Corey Heim is returned to the battle. He and the 34 are going to duel it out down the straight. Down the final lap here, but it looks like Kyle Busch is going to be safe on the lead lap here as the 34 has to focus more on defending the 11 than he does on attacking the 07. Final corner, last chance. It looks like it's going to be Lane Riggs. He's not going to get there as it will be Lane Riggs winning stage number 1 over Corey Heim, Raja Karuth, Hemrick. I believe Daniel Hemrick. Yep, there we go. Daniel Hemrick gets there. Caden Cunninghut. Caden Honeycutt. Yeah, there we go. I don't know why I was having trouble with that name, but yeah, there we go. Lane Riggs, though, winning stage number 1. There we go. Pretty good one there for Lane. So they go to a commercial break. We currently are at the, so we've completed stage 1. And we'll be getting ready for stage number 2 here shortly. So for drivers who are a lap down here, we got Clayton Green, who should be getting a free pass when it happens. Then we got Spencer Boyd, Nathan Bird, Tyler Tomasi, Akinori Ogata in the 63, and Tony Breitinger all 1 lap behind the race. So it's a decent group of guys and girls behind the leader. So there we go. All right. And we are chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so there we go. Again, we're just chilling out. Again, we're in between stage 1 and 2 here. Has it been a clean race so far? I mean, yeah, the one and only caution flag for contact was for an oil leak on the 33 car. That is so far the only caution for incident so far today. Obviously, we got the other caution now for the stage ending. So I might go make a little bit of food here as well because I'm getting a little hungry here as we're getting a little later into this one. So I will be right back, guys. Just go ahead and throw something in the microwave real quick. Well, we're at a caution flag and a commercial break. Alright, there we go. And we are back, and we'll be locking in here for the rest of the race. Just want to get some food in me because I have not actually had anything since lunch at about 9 a.m. And even that was a little bit of a small lunch today, as we are going to be getting ready for this one. Alright, welcome on in. We gained another subscriber. We're currently 75 subscribers away from 3,100. Let's go. Alright, so there we go. Rajah Carew took the lead. Alright, must have won the race off pit road with a good pit stop then, I guess, by the number 71 team. Coreyheim comes out second. Lane Riggs third. Lane Riggs, obviously, the stage one winner. He earns a lot of those stage points. That's going to be big when we get to, when it comes to the playoff points, because as many playoff points as you can earn, the better. And, in fact, for Lane Riggs, he hasn't won a race yet this year, so he isn't even locked into the playoffs until he wins a race. So those 10 regular season points could be a big help as well. Those are still cold. I'm going to put those in for longer. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so we are chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, there we go. Showing the potentially slow pit stop. Took a little bit of time there for the 34 as they get ready to double it up. So it'll be Caruthenheim on the front row, Honeycutt and Riggs row 2. Yeah, Riggs lost 2 spots on pit road. Yep, we saw that. And then Hemrick Day row 3, Curry and Ankrum row 4, Ruggiero and Rhodes row 5. So there we go. Fox Sports 1 is the channel for the race. Kylebusch will restart in row number 10, so he'll be spot 20, it looks like, on the restart. And sounds like my food's ready. Let's go ahead and grab that. No worries about it being cold. Alright, there we go. Alright. There we go. Getting doubled up, ready to go racing. Green, green, green. Green flag is out, and Rajah Carew will lead them to the green flag as they go racing here at Nashville. They're starting to poke out a line here. Grant Infinger to the top of the board here, trying to find a way around some of these cars. Not looking like he's got a ton of momentum, and obviously I think that car in the middle of 3 wide there is really sketching a lot of people out here. I believe that is that Daniel Hemrick? Yep, Daniel Hemrick sliding back quite a bit there. Heim didn't have too bad of a start. I mean, yeah, he definitely didn't have the best restart in the world, but Coreyheim's still right there on the, he's right there for the lead. What's the next NASCAR for fantasy? So the only NASCAR that applies for the fantasy is the Cup Series races, as we will be, so that will be Sunday afternoon's Cup Series racing. Yeah, there goes the 91 up into the 98 and around as everybody scatters, and the 63 goes around trying to avoid it, and actually Coreyheim takes the lead before the caution flies. Coreyheim to the race lead before the caution flag even flies, and we've got ourselves yet another caution flag. Alright, there we go. So yeah, wow, I didn't realize the guy driving that 63 truck is 51 years old. Wow. And yeah, let's see this again. The 91 just tries to fit it in a gap, doesn't have the grip to stick it, and ends up coming up just short. Alright, so again, we are under yet another caution flag here as we're getting ready for this one. Welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. But yeah, I'm hoping to be able to, I'm hoping that by Father's Day, hopefully my dad and I can be streaming the race together in the new studio area. But yeah, there's the 63. They're trying to get some repair done to it, but I don't know if that's going to work too well. But yeah, if you guys do want to play against me and some of the rest of the community here on the stream in the NASCAR fantasy game, we do have a link to the NASCAR fantasy to our NASCAR fantasy league. We've got like 20 people in there, so if you guys want to join on in, that is a fun way to engage with the community, and yeah, hopefully. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. Let's see. Kyle Busch won the race in 2023 or 2024. It didn't count for points. They stopped doing what? Kyle Busch, he won that race in 2023 or 2024 at that one that didn't count for points. Did they stop doing? Got no idea what you're referring to there. Yeah, I got no idea what you're referring to there, Taterhead. Yeah, we are under caution flag here for the third time tonight. Say Kyle Busch did win a race at Nashville, but I think that was a NASCAR Xfinity Series race a little while longer ago than that. But all right, yeah, there we go. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. We're currently at a commercial break, so you're not missing a thing, as we are currently sitting here under caution flag and again, Rajah Cruz. Oh, wait a minute. Rajah Cruz got the lead back. Okay, there we go. But yeah, so when Cup Series drivers race in the lower series, they don't earn driver points, so that's why you might see them listed as ineligible, or when they go to show the stage points earned on the screen, you won't see. You'll see Kyle Busch listed as not earning them. He does still earn owners points for the as the 07 will be going for the owners championship, but Yeah, I'm not sure if that necessarily answers the question there. June 2023, you want, okay. Alright, so here we go. Caruth and Heim on the front row. Honeycutt and Riggs, row 2. Row 3, we've got Curry and the 7. Alright. Kyle Busch has moved up to row 9. Alright, not bad at all. As we are going to be getting ready for this one. Should be getting ready to go back racing. Alright, here we go. Alright, we're hanging in Jersey tonight. Alright, nice. Say, good amount of progress there. You know, we usually stay in Pennsylvania on our way home, but here we go. Alright, to pit road goes the pace cars. We get ready to go racing. And green flag is out. The 71 of Caruth on the inside. The 11 of Corey Heim with a big push from the 34. Corey Heim with a big push there from Lane Riggs out in front of the field, just barely ahead of Caruth. Able to clear himself ahead of Caruth there. And yeah, the 11 with a massive run there off the restart. 35 laps to go in stage number 2. As, yeah, we worked through quite a few laps here under the caution flag. And, yeah, so far so good here for the number 11 car. Now you're going to have the 34 Lane Riggs trying to get around Caruth. You've also got the 7 of Corey Day having to deal with Grant Infinger trying to get around him for the 5th position. So there's quite a few battles going on track off the restart here. Hemrick's been sliding quite a ways back here. A couple of other drivers sliding up and down positions. Kyle Busch up into the top 15 as he moves to 14th there for Kyle Busch. But yeah, I believe we are currently sitting at, what was that, 26, 27 people on the lead lap? It's not bad when we, if we can have 20-some people on the lead lap. So there we go. Alright, so 32 laps to go again. They are just working their way through this one. We've got some decent battles going on throughout the field here as the 07 trying to get by the 98 of Majeski, or at least trying to hold off the 98 of Majeski. I think the 98 is actually the one trying to make the pass here. And there we go. The 07 of Kyle Busch showing some power, getting past the 98. 98 back to the inside, trying to make some moves, but right now I think that 07 is starting to prove that he's got the power to say no. Alright, so there we go. Again, Kyle Busch, he started in 12th, he's all the way up, he's was back up to 14th there on that restart, and then now he's dropped back to 15th. Alright, so there we go. 30 laps to go, and I hate when they will show you the last lap time but not the actual distance. Alright, so there we go. Again, we're chilling here. We got the 19 of Daniel Hemrick leading the outside of Jake Garcia here. And we got Dawson Sutton hanging out in the nearby area as well, as we've got ourselves a pretty good battle going for, what position would that even be? That would be battle for position number 9. Alright, nice. Yeah, that's a pretty good view there from the inside for CeeLo. Alright, there we go. Again, we are without the lap times, it's hard to see who's actually closing in on who here. But yeah, so right now though, Dawson Sutton, he's working his way up towards the top 10, so he actually isn't running terribly. Yeah, compared to how he started in 17th, it's a really good turnaround to actually be able to run this one pretty effectively. Alright, so we're getting Ty Majeski up into the 13th position, trying to make something happen here. Seems like Kyle Busch doing his somewhat classic fading back here, as he's not as good in these early parts of the run as he used to be. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so 25 laps to go. 25 more times around. We've got... Again, stage 2 has actually been going somewhat smoothly, aside from the caution flag that we had a moment ago for the 91. But yeah, so far though, Coreyheim has gotten to the lead of the race. Rajah Crute the second, Lane Riggs the third, fourth is Honeycutt, and fifth is Corey Day so far. Alright, so yeah, we are chilling. So again, Kyle Busch trying to make trying to hold off as many cars as he can, but he has dropped all the way to 17th, and he's now under pressure from Connor Mozak for the 18th position. Say, Lane Riggs that last time by was actually faster than Corey Heim. There we go. Alright, so again, right now we're just chilling out here. Corey Day up into the 5th position here. Alright, so 27 drivers on the lead lap right now as we are working through this one. 20 to go, 20 more times around. Alright, so yeah, right now, just looking up and down this leaderboard, right now the front of the field has a major advantage over the back half. I mean, really, outside the front 3 or 4, I really don't think anyone can really realistically. Oh, and it looks like we are going to be getting ready to go to a commercial break, so there we go. Yes, there we go. Commercial break with 20 to go in the stage. And there we go. Oh, now Lane Riggs tries to go for the pass. Couldn't do that while we were watching, but immediately goes for the pass now that we're at side by side. Alright, so here we go. The 43 up the inside, trying to make this pass here. Gets around the 71 of Rajah Caruth. Alright, so there we go. So 17 to go here in the stage. Everybody trying to make whatever moves they can to try and get off. But yeah. Alright, again, we are just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Yeah, we're just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen because right now Coreyheim is just stepping away from the lead of the race here because he's now out to a 1.3 second lead. And saying right now that seems to be the only battle they're willing to show us. That and this onboard of some Chevy driver that I have no idea why they're showing us outside of the fact that they want to. Alright, so there we go. Again, Caruth hanging on too here. So again, 3 drivers in, 1.6 seconds is the lead here. I'm saying, now that Heim is in lap traffic, it would be very easy to catch him on something. Alright, so here we go. Heim is getting reeled in just little by Riggs here. Let's say, Heim, as he tries to get by these lap cars, Lane Riggs is getting by him just a little bit easier. Alright, so we are chilling here. Well, I think Heim's going to have some trouble because so far Riggs is actually reeling him in through the lap traffic here. Let's see, as they run through these lap cars, so far Lane Riggs is actually closing in on the back bumper of Heim. You also got 12 laps to go, which is more than enough time to run down. Alright, so there we go. We are chilling out here. 12 laps to go. And they got iRacing graphics on the screen. Kyle Busch back all the way to the 17th position. So again, Kyle not having the best days. Alright, so 11 laps to go here. But yeah, Heim's extended that lead back out to 1.7 seconds. That is enough to feel somewhat comfortable at this point in the stage. And yeah, but yes, there we go. Again, laps led tonight. We got Corey Heim at the top of the board, Riggs, Rajah Caruth, and 1 lap led by Corey Day. Alright, so 10 laps to go here. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we got 9 laps to go. Now 8. 8 more times around as again, Corey Heim just crossed the lead, the front straightaway there. Alright, so there we go. To the bottom of the race pack, we got the Hilgeman Racing Trucks battling it out for 8th. We got Hemrick on teammate Tyler Ankrum. Alright, here we go. Alright, here we go. 6 laps to go. Working through this one. Again, these two battling it out. This battle would give them a singular regular season point difference between the two of them. Not sure it's really enough to really risk wrecking your trucks for, but a good practicing for the latter parts of the race as they duel it out. Alright, 5 laps to go. 5 more times around here. Wow, Corey Heim's now extended his lead to over 2 full seconds here. As we got ourselves a 5-lap run to the checkers here. Now 4 laps to go. Alright, so we get right now 4 laps to go. Corey Heim's doing pretty good here. It's just a matter of can Corey Heim prove it to the other drivers on track here. So 3 laps to go. Here we go. Kyle Busch making the initiative to go on the outside here. Alright, so 3 laps to go. Let's see. Hey Rebecca, how's it going? Alright, we got 3 laps to go here, but Corey Heim's already dragged this one out to a 2.2 second lead. Unless something goes horribly wrong, I think Corey Heim's going to be able to hold on to this one. Then the battle between Riggs and Carruth is also a 2+ second gap, so it really is a very big gap here between the front 3 or 4. And then here we go. We got Day versus Honeycutt could actually be a good battle, but no idea where they're at. All right, white flag. 1 lap to go here for Corey Heim. There we go. Final lap of stage number 2. Who you root for and got any fur babies? Well, yeah, we did have our little putty tat who was resting up here earlier. But tonight, my pick was Corey Heim coming into the night. I think he's going to do well, set himself up for his Cup Series race. But yeah, we got a putty tat around here somewhere. His name is Gizmo. But yeah, he had been up here during the early part of the race, so. There we go. Corey Heim wins the stage uncontested. Riggs 2nd, 3rd. Carruth 4th will be Corey Day. 5th, Caden Honeycutt. Infinger, Curry, Daniel Hemrick, Jake Garcia, and Dawson Sutton, the other drivers earning points. Tyler Ankrum dropped from the battle for 8th all the way out of the top 10 entirely. Yikes. Not good for Tyler Ankrum, but yeah, there we go. For the most part in Trucks and Xfinity, I'm mostly rooting for a good race. I mean, it's like Kyle Busch is one of my personal favorites, but what kind of putty tat? I'm not sure. He's a really long, furry one. When he comes back in here, you'll get a chance to see him. But yeah. Actually, let's see if we have a photo on my computer we can put up of Gizzy. Let's see. Do we have any pictures we've imported from the phone? I don't think so. Give me a second. We'll get a picture of Gizmo up on the screen. Oh. Alright, we won't need to get a picture of Gizmo up on the screen because Gizmo, you asked for him, he is here. Gizmo. You want up, buddy? Yep, there he is. And there's Putty Tat. Oh, you got a claw stuck there, so. You want lap or you gonna go lap or you gonna go up here? There we go. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, was picking up the kitty cat. But yeah, there we go. We're gonna go ahead and take off the member banner for a moment so that we can kind of see more of the Putty Tat. Yeah, he is definitely a one-of-a-kind cat, at least in terms of behavior. And we also just got him shaved down for the summer, so he doesn't have his nice long fur coat that he normally does. Okay, Gizmo, let's not drool all over my laptop. Alright, so tomorrow we got Xfinity practice, Cup practice, and then Xfinity race at 7:30 tomorrow night. Alright. A little bit earlier in the race tomorrow for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Alright, what you doing, Gizzy? Up, you're going down. Let's say, if you're gonna settle. Okay, you decided to pop down. Alright. Well, we had a little bit of a kitty cat cameo for a bit. Alright, there we go. Oh yeah, it's definitely, he definitely has the tuxedo look. But yeah, there we go. Yeah, I don't know very much about my kinds of cats. I just know that this one's mine. So again, lights are still on the pace car, so we're at least a lap and we're at least a lap and a half away from going green. So we still got some time. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying the stream. If you guys are enjoying the stream, feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you guys new. Okay, so I thought we'd already pit. I don't know why I forgot that we hadn't come to pit road already. But here we go. Leaders coming down pit road. Let's see. Lane Riggs, Rajah Caruth, Coreyheim. For what could be the final time. Pit stops are occurring here. They do have one more set of tires, but on fuel you won't need to use it. So unless there's a caution. Alright, so here we go. Lane Riggs already done in his pit box. Rajah Caruth still finishing up in his, and Coreyheim a lot further down pit road. He gets his pit box. He gets his service done. Now it looks like it's going to be Rajah Caruth winning the race off pit road once again. It'll be Caruth jumping up 2 spots. Heim will drop down 1. Infinger jumps up 2 spots. Hemrick jumps up 2. Lane Riggs loses 6 spots on pit road. We got the stream. Am I doing Sunday's race? Yes, I am doing Saturday and Sunday's race. I'm doing all 3 this weekend. So, and IndyCar is a very strong maybe. We've got the stream already set up. No, I do not have the stream already set up. as I mentioned earlier on, it seems like YouTube doesn't promote your stream as much if you set it up days in advance, which is annoying. But if you guys would like to see me set the streams up a little bit earlier so you guys can have a reminder as to when races are actually happening, I can definitely try it. But again, I can't promise it'll stick because, again, from my anecdotal experience of what I've seen, it seems like YouTube is reluctant to promote a stream that's been scheduled and has just kind of been sitting there for a bit. Alright, so there we go. And we're at commercial break here, currently under a caution flag. 100 laps down, 50 to go. My friend got it set up. Oh, okay, yeah, he got it set up earlier. Hey, Rat Farmer, how's it going? Alright, so there we go. I thought you were talking about me, and I was like, oh, yeah, no, we haven't got it set up yet, but yeah. Yeah, I am definitely doing the Sunday race for the Cup Series. But yeah, because the Cup Series race isn't starting till, I think, like, what, isn't it not starting till like 7 p.m., I think, for the Cup Series race? Alright, there we go. We already got our legacy points. So let's see. Or not our legacy points, but our fan reward points. Let's see. Yeah, Cup Series doesn't roll off till 7 p.m., so we could definitely potentially do the NASCAR, the IndyCar race, yeah. Say IndyCar potentially before the Cup Series. That would be interesting, getting to see IndyCar Detroit. Alright. So there we go. We are chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so we got there. Commercial break here. Time about. Nope. And now we got an ad for the baseball, for the Braves and Reds baseball game inside of the Bristol Motor Speedway. Alright, so there we go. We're just chilling out here. And no Prime account, you'll miss that one. Well, we'll be live here for all the Prime races, so. But also, Amazon Prime does have a 30-day free trial subscription, which would carry you through the entire NASCAR Cup Series portion of the season. So you don't even need to necessarily pay anything to watch it. But I also understand if you just don't have if you just aren't wanting to do it. But I would say the broadcast is well worth it, and that's coming from someone who is disadvantaged by good broadcasts, because and by encouraging you guys to go watch the official broadcast, because obviously if you're watching that, you probably aren't watching this. But yeah, the Amazon Prime booth was amazing this week. Alright, so here we go. Caruthenheim, row 1. Infinger Corey Day, row 2. Row 3, Hemrick and Honeycutt. Row 4 is where we find Riggs and Alright, here we go. Pace car's off, ready to go racing. Green flag is out, and 47 laps to go here. Again, Coreyheim Coreyheim not in control of the field, actually. It's Rajah Caruth in control here. Alright, so there we go. So, Rajah Cruz out in front of the field here. Corey Heim, the fastest lap of the night goes to him, but he's currently sat in second place here. Here we go. Ooh. Alright, so right now we got 34 of. Alright, so 46 laps to go here. Again, Heim, Caruth, there we go. Here we go. 45 laps to go. Let's see. Yeah, it is definitely starting to get late, though. Man. So 45 laps to go here. Corey Heim trying his best to stay close and stick on Rajah Caruth here. Because they're going to get later and later into this one. They're going to try harder and harder to see if they can gain a spot. Every spot's going to matter here as we get down later and later into this one. Alright, so there we go. Again, Corey Heim sticking pretty close to Caruth, but here we go. Corey Day and Daniel Hammer dueling it out for the third position here. And I say, we've seen Daniel Day, or not Daniel Day, we've seen Daniel Hemrick and Corey Day both be very strong, but the fact that they're flying together feels, they're flying around this track together feels very weird. Oh, and there he goes. Footy tap back up on the top. Alright, Gizzy, if you're going to be up there, you have to settle so that you're not digging your claws in every time there's a small wiggle in the chair. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so again, Stuart Friesen getting ahead of the 18 at Ankrum here. Ow. My head was kind of there, Gizzy. Alright, so there we go. 41 laps to go. Let's go ahead and skip around to advertisements. And since I don't think any of us want to see another round of ads if you don't have to, let's go ahead and skip around to ads just for you guys. Alright, so there we go. 40 laps to go. Here we go. 40 laps to go here. The 7 trying to close in, trying to hold off the 34 Riggs. Riggs has come back to the front here. Alright, so there we go. And Heim still holds the fastest lap of the race despite being stuck in second place currently. Alright, so there we go. Again, Chandler Smith up 9 spots since the restart here. We got Luke Fenhouse up 4, everybody else up 3 or 2. Alright, so we got 38 laps to go. Let's go. Alright, here we go. 37 laps to go. Sorry, a little headache there, but Alright, we are working our way through this one, and they go to a commercial break. That was abrupt. They're sending this one to a commercial break. I'm going to go run and use the bathroom one last time. That should be the last bathroom break we need for the stream, and we will be right back. So, don't go anywhere. Gizmo, take over. Entertain the people. Alright, there we go. They're back from commercial break. We are ready to keep this one going. Oh, no, don't. I can't move this thing while you're up there. There we go. You're stabilizing. We can spin the chair, and we got ourselves Lane Riggs making a little movement here. He's up to the. He's only 2.8 seconds back in the lead here. He's making some progress. Climbing himself through the field here. Let's see. You gotta make sure you have some truck left at the end of this thing. We've only got 30 laps to go in the race. It really feels like it's going by a lot quicker than it should, but here we go. 30 laps to go. Again, currently Rajah Caruth holding a 9/10 of a second lead over Coreyheim. Heim has, the fact that Heim has very few weaknesses outside of just his own bad luck is pretty impressive. But yeah, so again, we got. I say that front three, I think, is really impressive. Then you got Hemrick in fourth, Corey Day in the top five. And we've got a total of 25 lead lap cars currently as William Sawalich is about to go a lap down, I believe. As he is currently the last car on the lead lap at the very least. And let's see. Oh! Atlanta Motor Speedway might be changing its name? Alright. So apparently, yeah, supposedly this just broke on Twitter that the Atlanta Motor Speedway is going to be selling the naming rights to the speedway, similar to what the Lowe's Motor Speedway in Charlotte was for many years. This apparently starting with the race in this upcoming race in the Atlanta racetrack will be known as the Echo Park Motor Speedway, I believe. Is it the Echo? Oh no, it's just Echo Park Speedway is the new name supposedly. I will still call it Atlanta Motor Speedway, but yeah, definitely interesting to see a track selling off the naming rights. I mean, I remember not all that long ago when Phoenix did this, sold off the naming rights to their track as they were getting some major upgrades. So maybe Atlanta will be getting a major influx of cash for one reason or another, whether that's for a IndyCar team for something else, but yeah, or for an IndyCar race. I mean, to potentially be able to host an IndyCar race, but yeah, Atlanta is going to have an influx of cash. They aren't really set up to be a championship date, which would be the thing you would normally expect a track that's getting an influx of cash to potentially make upgrades to try and become the champion or make a bid for a championship date. But I say Atlanta really doesn't fit that bill, so here we go. Daniel Hemrick up into the fourth again, still hanging out in fourth place. Not really much has changed over the last 5 laps as we are closing in closer and closer to the end of this one. And I say I think we really need a caution here to just bunch this field back together just one more time. Alright, so there we go. Again, it is a 23-year, and coreyheim does start to dig into this lead for Rajah Caruth. So it seems like maybe Caruth having a little bit of weakness here on the long run. As again, Rajah Caruth starting to dig into it. Either that or he's maybe Caruth is stuck in the lap traffic for the first time today. Here we go. Again, 22 laps to go here. But yeah, Coreyheim has dragged it to within 0.6 of a second. So he's closing in on the end of this one. And so are we in a hurry, though. 20 laps to go, and it is going to be going away here really quickly. Again, Dawson Sutton still hanging on for a potential top 10. There we go. We are just chilling out here, but it is starting to get really late. We're about to hit 10 o'clock here on the East Coast. 20 laps to go. 20 more times around here. And, yeah, the 11 of Heim, he is closing in on it. As here we go, that's that lane there. Alright, here we go again. We're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. It is definitely getting late. But yeah, Rajah Caruth though, he's not safe. He's still got to perform here because Coreyheim breathing down his neck for that next spot. Alright, so there we go. Alright, 19 laps to go. We're working our way through this one. 18 now. 18 to go. And again, right now, Coreyheim working his way through these lap cars, but he actually lost 0.2 of a second getting around the 88 of Craftsman there, so that actually gives Rajah Caruth a little bit of space and breathing room to work with. Alright, so there we go. Again, we are chilling. Welcome on in as we are currently at a commercial break here. 17 to go. Yeah, 17 laps to go. All right, we got ourselves a pretty good race going here. We got a lot of elite lap cars here. All right, 16 laps to go. Here we go, man. Ooh, it is definitely starting to wear down on me, especially since I've been up since 5 a.m. But we are here and ready for the finish here. Again, 16 laps to go. Not a lot of time left. Every second's going to count here, and if we get one more restart, I think this is going to be a really interesting finish. Alright, so there we go. Yep, the Mexico City race is NASCAR Xfinity Cup. Alright, so there we go. Again, right now the leader of Rajah Cruz is nowhere near clear of Heim. But yeah, here we go again. Right now the Rajah Cruz is in a really weird spot because he's able to hold off Heim just enough. But every time it starts to feel like he might have a good handle on things, Coreyheim starts to reel him right back in, and now it's Coreyheim with the advantage here. Alright, so here we go again. 13 to go. 13 laps to go here. We are working our way through this one. Alright, come on. Let's try and at least call this one to the checkers. We got 13 now. 12 laps to go. 12 times around here. Coreyheim. He is closing in on that rear bumper of the 71 car. So again, right now, 12 laps to go here, and they are doing the whole stupid last lap, last time bull. But yeah, here we go. Let's see. Alright, but yeah, so Rajah Cruz out in front. He's got 0.3 of a second between himself and Coreyheim here. But yeah, man, 11 laps to go. Say 0.4 of a second. Come on. And say a lap car. Williams Sawalich, a Toyota lap car between the 11 of Coreyheim and the car he's trying to pass. Here we go. Let's see. Is the Toyota going to hold him up? 10 laps to go. 10 more times around. Williams Sawalich, truck number 1. No, he just lets the 71 go. I thought maybe the Toyota would have put up a little bit more of a fight. Yeah, with Caruth trying to hold him back, but just kind of bows out. I mean, I do think it's the polite thing to do in that situation where you are significantly slower, it looks like, but just find something warm to wait with, because, yeah. Oh, man, we are. Let's say 9 laps to go here. Alright, so there we go. Rajah Caruth, Coreyheim, Riggs. Again, it really is going to be a 3-car battle under a blanket here with 8 laps to go. 8 more times around here. Again, so far the so here we go again. Caruth trying to weave his way through this lap traffic here. We got the 11 of Corey Heim starting to get close. The question is, can he get close enough? 7 laps to go. 7 more times around. All right, here we go again. Apologize if the energy is just a little bit low. Again, day job, been up since 5 a.m. But yeah, here we go again. 7 laps to go. But yeah, right now though, I'm pretty impressed with the rigs getting all the way up here as well, because there's been no caution flags really in this final stage to give them another restart, give them another shot. To the outside goes Heim. Corey Heim goes up to the top. And oh, big block from the 71. Puts his front end right in front of the 11, kind of chops that nose, and to the back bumper of the 11 goes the 34. He now looks up the inside. I'm not sure what the plan is here after that massive chop there by the 71, but the 11 truck is definitely going to be looking for a little bit of payback after that one. 5 laps to go. 5 more times around here. So here we go. 5 laps to go. Again, right now, working their way through this one. Let's see. Can Corey Heim find a way around him, or can the 34 surprise both of them and get a 2-for-1 pass here? To the bottom of the racetrack goes the 34 of Riggs. The 20 is it 71 goes to the bottom to try and block it. So here we go. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to block both of them going. 4 laps to go. Again, 4 more times around here. Caruth barely hanging on to the lead. Corey Heim is right there, ready to pounce if any small mistake is made here down the stretch. Looking high, looking low, to the bottom of the racetrack. Again, right now the I'm gonna say 71 and the 11 dueling out for the I'm gonna say 3 laps to go. Man, we got ourselves a good one here. 3 laps to go. Caruth, Heim, Riggs. 3 drivers under a blanket. But yeah, so again, Rajah Caruth though definitely seems to be driving more consistently good races at the very least. And right now, these two starting to battle it out with each other. Alright, so 2 laps to go. 2 more times around. Alright, let's see. Do we manage to get through this one in regulation? Rajah Caruth has a half-second lead over Corey Heim here as we're looking off the final corner, and it's going to be a white flag, 1 lap to go. And now not even a caution flag can ruin this for Caruth. Here we go. We're working our way through this one. Let's see. What do we got? We got 21 people hanging out in chat as we are on the final lap here. Big momentum coming from the 11. I don't know if it'll be enough here. To the bottom of the racetrack. The 11. No clean air. And he is going to fall up short here. Rajah Caruth off of turn 4 is going to go ahead and win here in Nashville. Heim coming up second. Riggs will come home in the 3rd position. 4th will be Daniel Hemrick. 5th, Corey Day. 6th will round out, 6th will be Caden Honeycutt. 7th, Chandler Smith. Majeski, Curry, and Infinger, the other drivers inside the top 10. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys did enjoy this stream, feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you guys are new. As per usual, we will go through the full finishing order, but yeah, if you guys just came for the race reaction, that is going to probably be pretty close to it, because this race, I mean, it was quick. We certainly didn't have a whole lot to talk about. I mean, Rajah Caruth versus Corey Heim versus Riggs was the storyline all night long. But ultimately, it was Rajah Caruth coming out on top. Again, Corey Heim 2nd. 3rd will be Lane Riggs. 4th, Daniel Hemrick. 5th was Corey Day. Again, we're going to go through every single finishing position. So if you guys want to know where your favorite driver finished, just stay tuned. We'll go through them all. But again, if you guys just came for the race replay, thank you guys for watching, and I will be back tomorrow for the NASCAR Xfinity Series race. So, a bunch of fireworks going off as Rajah Cruz gets to celebrate what I believe is second career win. Nice. But yeah, so again, Caden Honeycutt 6th, 7th Chandler Smith, 8th is where we find Ty Majeski in the 98, the first Thor Sport truck. Bailey Curry comes home in the 9th position. But yeah, so Bailey Curry in 9th, Grant Enfinger 10th. 11th is where we find Dawson Sutton. And he had a really good run all day, considering the fact that he had to start all the way back in 29th. Jake Garcia comes home with another top 15, another quiet top 15 day for him, not bad. Giovanni Ruggiero coming home in the 13th position. 14th is where we find Ben Rhodes. And Kyle Busch ends up coming home in a very quiet and very disappointing 15th place, considering what the expectations were coming into this one. Tanner Gray comes home 16th. 17th will be Tyler Ankrum. But yeah, so again, Kyle Busch 15th. 16th is going to be Tanner Gray. 17th is where we find Tyler Ankrum. He must have really fell off a cliff there at the end. Luke Fenhouse coming home in the 66. Coming up 18th. 19th is Andres Perez. And Jack Wood rounds out your top 20. Stuart Friesen, Matt Mills coming home 21st and 22nd, respectively. Connor Mozak 23rd. 24th is where we find William Sawalich, the first car one lap down. Matt Crafton, 25th. 26th will be where we find Spencer Boyd. 27th is where we find Clayton Green driving car number 2. Nathan Bird in the 28 car is up next. Then we got Tyler Tomasi in 29th. 30th will be Tony Breitinger. Aiken Ori Ogata coming home in the 31st position, and rounding out your 32 car field tonight will be the 33 of Frankie Muniz. So there we go. Again, thank you guys for watching this stream. Let's go ahead and skip around to ads, as we are going to be basically ending this stream anyway. But thank you guys for tuning in again. If you guys did enjoy the live stream, feel free to drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new so you guys don't miss any future videos or live streams. But I'm going to go to bed, get some sleep, and we will be back for the NASCAR Xfinity Series race at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. So don't forget to, again, if you guys subscribe and ring the bell, it should notify you guys when I go live. But yeah, so until next time, though, hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next video, live stream, whatever you guys decide to do with the rest of your night. Have a great night, everybody, and goodbye!